I'm Rich Carroll. This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, here to wow you. Local health officials say they're working on a plan to use federal funds to help support in-person learning this fall. John Erking reports.
Flagler County Health Officer Bob Snyder says the grant money the health department will be receiving from the American Rescue Plan Act will be distributed to the Flagler County School District to facilitate in-person learning for students.
We're getting $3.8 million, and we're going to pass that on to our school district. The whole idea is, what can we do to support in-person learning for the next school year? And what can we do to protect students and teachers even more from COVID-19 and encourage moms and dads who were involved with virtual learning all last year to give that a second thought and get in-person instruction going again.
Snyder says the COVID situation is dramatically different than where it was a year ago, averaging just 3 new cases a day and only 1 person hospitalized. While 57% of Flagler County residents are vaccinated, he says they still want to push that number higher. Gretchen Smith, Health Department Public Information Officer, says there are still plenty of opportunity.
Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. So Tuesdays and Wednesdays are at the health department from 4:30 to 6:30. That's Pfizer only, so you can bring the kids. And then on Thursday, it's Moderna, and it's at the Flagler Beach tax collector's office.
And all 18 pharmacies in our community have vaccines. So, and 12 out of 18 have Pfizer.
A full list of vaccination locations can be found at flagler.floridahealth.gov/events. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm John Arkman.
A deputy is hurt in an attack inside the Flagler County Jail. It happened Friday. Sheriff Rick Staley says 2 inmates attacked the deputy as he tried to search their property. Surveillance video allegedly shows inmates Carlos Dupree and Marion Gavins punching the deputy in the head more than 24 times until he lost consciousness.
These offenders, one is in jail for first-degree murder, and the other one, multiple felonies in a home invasion, armed robbery. These offenders are known to us, and I'm glad the judges have kept them in jail so they can't continue to prey on the community. But our deputies did a great job getting them under control, and now they are charged with multiple felonies.
Those felonies include aggravated battery on a law enforcement officer, resisting arrest with violence, and depriving an officer of means of protection or communication. The deputy had to be hospitalized following the attack. We're learning more about Flagler Beach's relatively new city manager. Amy Cherry has more.
William Whitson took over for Larry Newsom, who died suddenly in August. Whitson is a veteran city manager who spent 8 years as an assistant city manager in Port Orange.
I spent a decade at the United States Environmental Protection Agency working on all kinds of policy, contract, and grants issues, and then went into local government, and I've managed cities all over the country, Florida, Georgia, Tennessee, and actually spent my last few years out in Texas helping them recover from Hurricane Harvey. So perhaps all that experience played a critical part in me getting the invitation to come here.
Whitson, who recently sold his home in Atlanta and is moving to a new home on Palm Drive, was selected from more than 70 candidates for the job. Hear our full interview with Whitson on the Free for All Friday podcast on the Flagler radio app. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Amy Cherry.
More than a dozen Palm Coast residents graduate from the city's first ever hybrid Citizens Academy. Karen Johnson has the details.
15 Palm Coast residents graduated at the Palm Coast City Council meeting June 1st in the 49th edition of the Palm Coast Citizens Academy. This year, to provide the utmost safe experience and still offer interaction among participants and local leaders, the city tested a new format and hosted this session via Zoom. The sessions began April 26th and continued for 5 consecutive Mondays. Since the sessions were virtual, the team created some fun and engaging activities to provide the best possible experience for participants. There were nightly themes, trivia, virtual tours, and the ability to talk one-on-one with city leaders. Students even saw a State of the City preview prior to its public release. Palm Coast City Councilman Nick Klufas.
It was fantastic, and I was really ecstatic to see how many participants we had, even in a digital world. So thank you you very much, and I hope that you get to visit our facilities physically in the future to see with your own eyes what exactly goes on behind the scenes.
The Palm Coast Citizens Academy is a comprehensive program designed to educate interested residents about the operation and workings of their city government. Normally, this program is held in person at 5 city facility locations with fellow neighbors and instruction by department managers. The virtual Citizens Academy includes an overview of the city government and separate modules on each of the city's departments. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
Why does Flagler County have an education foundation?
Executive Director Joe Rizzo says it is to help anybody who needs to make contact with the schools.
The purpose of the foundation is really to be that link between the community and the school district and be able to provide those things like connectivity with our community partners, with anybody who has to reach out to the school system for any reason. And
Rizzo said it is the Flagler County Education Foundation's goal to see that students have the best opportunities. Joe Rizzo was a guest on the Flagler Voice, which you can hear every Saturday morning at 8:30, or you can listen to the podcast on the Flagler radio app. Tomorrow, Joe Rizzo talks about what the foundation does for the community. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.